Let the crown of your head lift towards the ceiling, and the chin is pressed back like a soldier at attention, and the shoulders are relaxed and down. The shoulder blades move down your back as the chest gently rises. The diaphragm is relaxed and the hips are relaxed, and the breath becomes long, slow, and deep. And as the breath slows down, the mind slows down and the focus turns inward. We prepare for this journey today by setting an intention. And maybe that intention is about being willing, to be willing, to be willing to come home to self today. So maybe that's all you need to do is have willingness. Maybe that's all you can do is be willing to be willing to be willing. But whatever your intention is, we're going to anchor it in with the words Om Namo Gurudev Namo. Infinite creative consciousness, I call on you. Divine wisdom within, I call on you. Rubbing the hands together. Thumbs come pressed into the sternum. Inhaling deeply. Exhaling completely. And inhale to tune in. Om Namo Gurudev Namo. Om Namo Gurudev Namo. Om Namo Gurudev Namo. Let's do it again. Om Namo Gurudev Namo. Feel the chant just wash over your, let's do it again. Om Namo Gurudev Namo. Inhale, suspend the breath. Apply root lock. This is our first gentle coaxing of coming back home. Squeeze the sphincter, muscle, sex organs, and lower abdominals, inviting yourself home into your body. And exhale, release. We're going to do root lock throughout class today, just to gently bring ourselves home, coaxing ourselves home. Okay, and let's warm up the body. We want to prepare the container, which is our body, for those parts of self, creating a safe place for self to come in. So we're going to just shake our legs out here a little bit here, just to kind of, I've been bouncing on the trampoline a lot, so my knees are a little bit sore. Okay, let's cross our legs again. Let's soften our jaws, my darlings. Put our hands on our knees and just grind around in a circle. Again, we're kind of awakening our container. There is Jack. We are creating this container for self to come home to. Lifting our chest at the top of the circle and exhaling at the bottom of the circle. So let me show you this from the side because Barb's brand new here. Inhaling forward, exhaling back, caving it back. Now let's reverse direction. And since Jack just joined us, I'm going to tell him what we're going to do today so he's fully prepared as well. Jack, what we're doing today is we're coming home to self. all those parts of self that we have put away for safekeeping, whether from our childhood, from any traumas that happened in our maybe young adulthood, or even our older adulthood, that we just kind of put away because it wasn't a safe place to actually deal with whatever we needed to deal with. So we dissociated from ourselves a little bit. We left our home, we left our body. And so today if it is appropriate for us as an individual today, we're going to call back parts of self back into our container, our home, which is our body. And as I told them at the beginning of the class, if this is not the right time for you, just treat this class like you would any other class. Now inhale to center. And exhale. Let's switch the cross of our legs. Let's put our hands on our shins. And we're going to flex the spine forward and back. Inhaling forward, exhaling back. If you want to be a little bit more dramatic with this, slow the flex way down and bring your head back. Open up your heart. And exhale, bringing your chin to your chest in the opposite direction here, flexing in the opposite direction. But however you want to flex today, however you want to practice this particular pose, you go ahead and do this. So what we're doing is we're just warming up the body. We are opening our container to receive these parts of self that are ready to come home to us today. We are going to do a longer guided visualization during our relaxation, and that's when I will tell you that if that is not right for you today, that's whenever you can just sign off, say goodbye, and maybe do the relaxation on your own. Bringing your hands to your knees, continuing to flex here. Soften the jaw, soften the forehead. This is not something that you need to even think about today. You can even just say any parts of self that are willing to come home today. I just invite them in and just see them as starting to gather, or feel those parts of self as starting to gather just outside of your auric field. We're going to do some cleansing of the auric field again, because that is part of our container, creating a safe container for parts of self to come home today. And for those of you who are new today to this particular class, we do all sorts of weird stuff in this Sunday morning class. We just never know how each Sunday is going to unfold. It's not your ordinary yoga class for sure. Inhale to center. Apply root lock. Squeeze the sphincter muscles, sex organs, and lower abdominals. Hold and squeeze. Hold and squeeze. And release. Taking some deep breaths here. Let's bring our legs out in front of us. You're going to press the heels away. Toes are going to be pointed back. You're going to lift the chest, lengthen the spine. Arms are parallel to the ground. This move is coming from your core strength. So imagine there's a rope attached to your belly button. And just like you're playing tug of war, you're going to pull back on that rope from your navel as you come back this way. And then exhale. Lead with your heart as you press forward. Inhale back and exhale forward. You are going at whatever speed is appropriate and available to you. Your hands may not come over your toes at all. They might only hit your shins. That's okay. Inhale back, exhale forward. So whenever we use the arms like this, we're also cleansing and strengthening our aura. So that's part of what we're doing today. Now don't slouch, because as soon as you start to slouch in this pose, that means you're forgetting to use your navel. Inhale, come from your navel. Inhale forward, exhaling back, creating a safe space for these parts of self to come home today. Inhale back, exhale forward. Keep a nice, firm core as you do this. You are safe. You are safe. You are safe. It is safe to come home to the dwelling place, which is you, to the deep heart of you. Inhale and exhale. Hands up, nice straight spine. Bring your hands behind you. Soften these legs. Just let the feet be floppy and maybe just windshield wiper them from side to side. And just maybe lift your hips up off the floor and then set them back down. And just lean your head back here and cradle, crunch up your shoulders and cradle your head there and just relax. Feel your throat open, feel your heart open. And just close your eyes and visualize the sun streaming right into your heart, cleansing and purifying your heart, creating a safe container, a safe room, a safe space for those parts of self that maybe have been put on a shelf or stuck in a closet for safekeeping for far too long. They are ready to come home. Heart is opening. It's safe, it's safe, it's safe. And now slowly come back up here. And let's come back cross-legged. Just being nice and gentle. And notice how once we start that activity now, everything just becomes quiet. You become soft. And the reason I can say that you are safe is because you are strong now. You are in a place where you can protect you. You know how to take care of you on a deep level. We're going to do a little bit of hip stuff. We're going to bring our hands on our knees. We're going to lift the chest right here at center. We're going to turn the torso, so turning the heart so that it's in alignment with that left knee. And then you're going to hinge from the hips. I like to pull my navel in as I lengthen over this left hip, or this left knee, I should say. And then you can take this left hand and put it on the floor if you want to, because we're gently, very, very gently, putting our hand on the inside of the knee and just gently as a weight. We're not pressing, we're not forcing, just a gentle weight on this right knee. Long, slow, deep breaths here. Hopefully you feel it right along this right flank. Soften your jaw, soften your jaw. You're safe. You're not doing anything you don't want to do today on a spiritual, emotional, mental level. Again, if you just need to exercise and stretch the body, that's right and perfect. You can bring this left hand out a little bit more and maybe lengthen down a little bit more. Deep, deep breaths here. We're opening our container. Now take this left hand and bring it up towards that left thigh. Pull the navel in. Use your left hand to press yourself up. Use the core strength to lift up. And we're just going to do the same thing on the other side. So we're lifting the chest, lengthening the spine. Turn the heart, or the center of the chest, over the right knee. And you're just going to come down. This left hand is on the inside of the knee. You can gently be a weight, but you're not forcing anything. Long, slow, deep breaths here. This side might feel completely different than the other side. And that's okay. We're just, there's always going to be a little bit of misalignment in our body just due to our genetics, our history, any accidents that we had over the course of our life, childbirth, surgeries. Bring that right hand out a little bit more. Deep, deep breaths, my loves. Deep, deep breaths. You are safe. You are safe. You are strong. You're creating and you're opening up your container so that you can receive parts of self that are ready to come home. Now taking that right hand and moving it out up to the right thigh, pull the navel into the spine and gently press yourself up. We're going to shake our legs out. Now, for those of you who are new, I need a pillow because I don't feel good just sitting on my bum. I need to lift my pelvis so it tilts a little forward so I can be a little bit more bendy. Even just a little, half an inch is helpful for me. And so we're going to do this forward fold in one of two ways. I'm going to show you the active way first, and then I will show you the passive way. So the active way is you're sitting nice and tall, and you're going to just walk your fingers down, 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 pressing your heart towards the wall in front of you until you can grab whatever is comfortable for you to grab. The passive way is you're just going to kind of round and slouch. The feet are nice and soft, and you're just going to hang out in this pose like that. So you explore which one is best for you. If you want to be active or passive, go ahead and just find yourself in the pose that is appropriate, in the way of being in this forward fold that's appropriate for you today. Soften the jaw. We've got some tight jaws. I think there might be a little bit of anxiety about what we're doing today. And again, if today is not the right day for you to call parts of self back home, just do this stretch and just be here now. That's all you need to do. Now slowly tuck your chin into your chest, pull your navel into your spine, and slowly round up one vertebrae at a time. And just resting here, just breathing. You might begin to see little sparkles in your auric field. That's what the chanting was doing, was working on the auric field, creating this beautiful space for these parts of self to come home to in safety, making ready for all these parts of self to come home. Let's come onto our hands and our knees, my darlings. We're going to do some cat-cows. The knees are hip width apart. The palms of the hands are underneath the shoulders. And you're going to just take as much time as you want or as you need. You're going to inhale as the head comes up, the belly comes down. Exhale, chin to the chest as you press away from the palms of the hands. Then just arching up. Inhale up, exhale down, taking as much time as you need. Creating this openness, this flexibility in the spine. Preparing the body, opening the heart. Maybe there's parts of self that you put away on the shelf or in the closet that you don't like about yourself. Maybe it's time to create a space of forgiveness in your heart for that part of you that maybe you have shadowed in darkness, that you have wrapped up and hid away. Maybe it's time to unwrap that part of self, unwind. I see it as a mummy. Unwind the cloth. Allow it to come into the light and be healed by the light. This part of self that maybe you have a hard time even looking at. Maybe you disowned because you didn't know how to integrate it before, and now you are in a place where you can integrate this part of self. Now exhale, coming back onto your heels, forehead to the floor. Then just imagining you have a dragon's tail attached to your tailbone. And you're just swishing that tail from side to side. And coming into child's pose. So forehead to the floor. You can stack your fists on your hand, bring your forehead on top of the fists or on your hands or just straight on the floor if you have a block. But try to connect that head to something, like if you have to stack some pillows up, connect that head to something. You can open up the knees as wide as is comfortable for you. And I'm going to do a little bit more chanting. I'm going to sit in easy pose. I want you to be in child's pose as I do some more chanting. So this time what we're going to do with the chanting is we are going to start to call forth those parts of self, and know that no parts of self are going to come forth that you are not ready to integrate. So know that this is a very safe and a very easy and gentle process. Only that which is ready to come home will show up today. Feeling these parts of self coming closer, still kind of on the outside of the auric field, so that you know that we're creating this container. Let's come standing up because I want us to work on our auric field a little bit more. Again, creating this safe container for parts of self to come home to. He says you were all ready. You were all ready, or you would have not signed up for class today. You were all ready to a certain degree. Okay, so we're going to open our legs nice and wide here. And I want you to apply just a gentle root lock so that you're going to stabilize, create this nice foundation of your pelvic floor in relationship to your feet and in relationship to the earth. Crown of the head is lifted towards the ceiling. Arms are out towards the side. You're going to inhale and exhale. Bring that right hand towards that left foot as you lengthen down over that foot. Left hand can just rest on the lower back. Pull the navel into the spine as you come back up, lifting up with your core, turning the torso towards the right, exhaling down, inhaling up, exhaling down, going at whatever pace is available for you. So we're strengthening this auric field, cleansing this auric field, creating a container, which is the aura for our container, which is our body. It's time to come home. It is time to be full. And what he means by full, fully integrated, fully you. It's hard to be who we really are if we are missing parts of self. He says there's that buzzword of authenticity. You cannot be authentic without all of you being present and accounted for. He says now more than ever during these strange times, we need you. We need all of you. And he's not just talking about you as individuals. He's talking about all of you to be fully present, fully available for these times that we are in right now. Okay, inhale back up and exhale, bring the arms down. Let's bring our legs to about shoulder width apart. Working a little bit more on the aura. Hand on the right hand on the heart. Left hand swings back with our inhale. Exhale, left hand on the heart as the right arm swings back. Inhale, left. Exhale, back. Every time we work with our arms in this way, we are strengthening our auric field. He is saying, Grandfather is saying, get outside now. Any chance you can, get outside. It's going to help you integrate. It's going to help you become. It's going to help you heal. It's going to help you be whole. Getting outside in nature. Inhale back. Inhale, exhale forward. Come to center now, bringing both hands onto the heart. Apply a gentle root lock so you feel anchored into the earth, connected to the heart. Crown of the head is lifted towards the heavens. You are the conduit between heaven and earth. You are the container for all parts of self. You are whole. We need all parts of you now on this earth. In this time. Okay, bring your feet a little bit further together. They're about 2 fist distance apart. The heel is running right down the center of your toes. Again, you're applying that gentle root lock and you're lifting the chest, lengthening the spine. The crown of the head is lifted towards the ceiling. The chin is pressed in like a soldier, which lengthens the back of the neck. The shoulders are relaxed down and down, and the shoulder blades move down your back as your chest gently rises. Now, oftentimes when we do that part, lifting the chest and bringing the shoulder blades out, we forget to keep this nice firm core so that you're there. Very good. I felt you all kind of come back into your bodies when we did that. Now, I think I talked to you about this about last week. I'm going to show you this from the side. Oftentimes we're just kind of hanging out, our pelvis is pressed forward, we're kind of slouchy, we're not aware of our posture, and we're also not anchored. We're not really in our bodies, we're not really present on the earth, we're not connected to the earth. But as soon as we just gently pull that navel in, we immediately connect back to the earth. We become present. We can, like, everything that's in the mind goes down into our feet. And so we're just like, oh yeah, I'm home. I'm home. I'm home. Okay. And it also is going to keep you from falling down and running into things. Just being a nice, firm foundation. Let's bring our arms up. Hands and fingers are nice and wide. Arms are nice and wide. And you're just going to gently sway from side to side. Swaying tree, my loves. So your feet are connected to the earth. That is the roots of your tree. The legs and the torso are the trunk of the tree. The arms are the branches. The fingers are the leaves swaying in the wind. Just visualize that it's a nice, warm, sunny day. You can feel the earth beneath your feet. You can smell the earth in your senses. You can feel the wind on your skin, the warm wind on your skin. And I want you to move a little bit now, keeping that root gently locked. You're going to be able to move from side to side just very easily, just a little swaying a little bit more here. And then bring the hands down, and we're going to lean to one side on the exhale, pull the navel in as you come up on the inhale, and exhale, lean to the other side. Inhale up to center, exhale to the other side. Gently, side to side, taking your time, feeling your heart as this open vessel. This heart is the open container for all these parts of self that are ready to come home today. All these parts of self are ready to come home. They're lining up just outside your auric field. Bring your hands forward now onto your thighs and just see if that changes the stretch at all. It may not make any kind of difference at all. But sometimes it's just kind of fun to explore, like moving the hands maybe to the back of the leg. You're just using, that one we can feel a little bit more. And come back to center. Open your legs a little wider. Just put your hands on your hips, and we're just going to draw circles with our hips now. Our hips are all about connection to water, connecting to our emotions. It's connecting to our second chakra of sexuality and creativity. Hips are about moving forward in life with grace and ease. And let's reverse direction here. Continue to breathe, continue to move. One more circle here. And now come back to center and come onto your backs. I need to put my socks back on because my feet are getting chilled. We don't need bare feet anymore. So if you want to put your socks on, you can too. Because when we get into relaxation in a few minutes here, we will want to be as warm as possible. We don't want being chilled to distract us at all. Come onto your backs. Bring your knees into your chest and just take some deep breaths here. And maybe rocking from left to right, just to kind of massage the spine, massage the low back. This back who keeps us upright and mobile. This spine that houses our nervous system. We need to keep it nice and juicy, nice and flexed. Now come back to center. Hands are on the knees and you're just going to draw little circles on the ceiling. And reverse direction here. And we are going to take so I'm going to show you this from this direction. Take a peek at what I'm going to do here. I'm going to bring my arms in through the inside of my knees and grab the outside of my feet. And then I'm going to, so my hands are grabbing the bottoms of my feet here. And I'm gently, gently, gently going to press down. Keep the back of the neck nice and long here. So my knees are going down towards the floor. Deep, deep breaths here. Deep, deep breaths. Now let's bring our knees back into our chest and just squeeze the knees into the chest here. Take your hands on top of the knees, and on the exhale, you're going to inhale actually and move the knees away from you. And on the inhale, move them towards you. Did I not move my camera? Can you not see me? Oh, sorry about that. So you're just going to move those knees back in towards you on the exhale and away from you on the inhale. This is really good for it. So you can remember what you do with your babies, how you kind of make them fart. It's really good for the digestion. It's called the bellows. So think about that. So if you get a little windy here, you are in the privacy of your own home. Okay, back to center. Let's take the right ankle over the left knee and just gently bring that left knee into the chest. You can press the right toes towards the right shin to kind of give you a little bit more of a deeper pose if that's appropriate. Relax that right hip, that right glute. We won't be here long. And release. Let's do the other side here. Bring that right knee into the chest. Take that left ankle over the right knee. And release. We're going to bring the bottoms of our feet together here and grab a hold of our big toes. We're going to inhale and exhale. Press that right heel towards the ceiling. And I like to even pull the foot. This is where I do kind of use a little bit of arm strength to bring that left heel straight towards the ceiling and then pull on the right toe to straighten the back of the leg and bring that right foot towards the wall behind me. And exhale, bring it in. Inhale and exhale. Take the left heel out. Stretch, stretch, stretch. Ow, ow, ow. Stretch, stretch, stretch. Charlie horse in my big toe. Don't mind me. Keep going. Bring that big toe towards the wall behind you. Inhale, bring it in. Exhale, right heel out. Stretch, 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 stretch. Inhale, bring it in. Exhale, left heel out. Stretch, 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 stretch. Inhale, bring it in. Last round. Exhale, right heel out. Inhale, bring it in. Exhale, left heel out. And inhale, bring it in. And you're going to come and stretch from end to end. Stretch, 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 stretch. And I want you to get incredibly comfortable now, incredibly warm. So if you need to put a blanket over you, if you need to put a bolster underneath your knees or a pillow under your head, whatever you need to do, I want you to get ready for our journey now, because we are going to be calling those parts of self that we've been coaxing back home. If this is not something that you want to do, you can feel free to either turn off your sound and just go into your own relaxation, or you can just say, I'm going to leave for the day. So whatever, and just know only those parts of self that are ready to come home and that you're ready to receive are available for integration today. So get comfy, get cozy. Now, I'm going to be doing some chanting and some rattling. And how I've always seen these little parts of self, and they might show up differently for you, as I see them as little lights, almost like little fairy lights, as they surround me and they come into different parts of my body. They might come in through the mouth, and through the forehead, and through the heart, and through the belly, wherever. It doesn't matter. And and you might see them as something completely different. And remember, we are setting the intention that only those parts of self that you are ready to receive home today, that they come home. So opening your heart, relaxing your mind. The rattle is calling these parts of self home. Doyanaye keyanaye, doyanaye keyanaye, doyanaye Doyana he ya he ya he ya he. Dokeyana ikaruyana ku yeyane karuta yeyana ye yeyane keyana urute yana deyana ku yeyana ye. Feel them start to enter into your auric field now. All those little lights, all those little parts of self that you were ready to call home, coming in, coming into the safe container that you created just for your practice today. Na ye ya ku ye ya ya na ye you de ya ku ya ne ya Breathing in, allowing these parts self to sink into your being, wherever it's ready for them to be, whatever you're open to receive, allow these parts of self to come in now. It might be 1, it might be 20 parts of self. Relax and receive, relax and receive, relax and receive. Breathing. Just noticing now how, if parts of self came home today, how does that feel in your body? Sometimes there is a sense of being more at home in your body. Sometimes it feels like you're more solid. Now become aware of your breath, of the inhale and of the exhale. Wiggle your fingers and your toes to wake up your nervous system. Taking a long stretch over top of your head, pointing your toes away from your body as you lengthen through the spine. Release that stretch and roll over onto one side of your body as you hug your knees into your chest. And for this moment in time, embrace all these parts of self. Hugging yourself, loving yourself, welcoming home you. Gently pressing yourself up. And you're going to place one hand on your solar plexus and one hand on your heart. It does not matter. And you're going to inhale deeply. Suspend the breath and gently, gently apply root lock, anchoring these parts of self home. And exhale. We're going to do that a couple more times. Inhale. Suspend the breath, apply root lock, squeezing the sphincter muscles, sex organs, and lower abdominals, anchoring these parts of self into your body, into your container, and release, exhale. I'm going to do it again. Inhale, suspend the breath, apply root lock, and exhale. And with our mind's eye, we're just going to create this golden light, this golden egg around and in our auric field and around our physical body. This golden protective light is going to keep these new parts of self safe until they fully integrate into your being. Very good. Completely surrounding you, front, back, side to side, top, bottom. Beautiful golden eggs surrounding you with protection. It's your divine shield. Bringing both hands to your heart now. Welcoming home, welcoming in all these parts of self. Now you may notice that your physical container, your physical body might feel a little different. You might feel, like I said, more solid. Your vision might be crisper and clearer. It might just feel a little different. It might take a couple days to integrate these new parts of self. That's why getting outside, if you can, is so important. It'll just help you be home. What we did was just a little bit of a soul retrieval, a very gentle, easy soul retrieval. A little bit of a shamanic journey. Bringing your hands together, thumbs pressed into the sternum. Inhaling deeply and exhaling completely. We will end with a long sut and a short nam. Inhale. Sat nam. Bringing your chin to your chest, bowing to the light within yourself. Sat nam.